Our first stop on the trip is Sarbez, which is known for grilled cheese, alcohol, and arcade games. One fun fact about this place is they definitely have vegan cheese available, so it makes it friendly for me. I decided to make my own grilled cheese. I picked sourdough bread, avocado, tomato, hash browns, and vegan cheese. And I think it's going to be delicious. To do right when we checked in is to come down here to the beach and see it for ourselves. It's a beautiful beach. The water is a little bit cold for me, but that's just because I'm a South Florida girl, so I'm used to the warmth. And then tonight we're super excited because we're going on a sunset cruise in St. Augustine, so we'll take you along with us. We just got on the boat with Florida Water Tours and we're ready to go on our nighttime tour. So we just got done with our tour with Florida Water Tours where we took the sunset cruise. It was really beautiful, the sunset was great, and it was nice and cool, so those are all pluses when you're in Florida. Plus, no mosquitoes were annoying us. We saw some great sights, including things like the lighthouse, the fort, the Flagler Museum, and also the cross that's famous here. And in addition, we saw some dolphins, so it was a great night overall. I definitely recommend this tour group if you're coming here. This morning we stopped at Creative Juice's Natural Cafe, which is a place that's kind of in between St. Augustine Beach and St. Augustine, so it's perfect while we're on our way into St. Augustine for the day. I got a breakfast burrito. They have tons of vegan options. I ended up replacing the eggs in the burrito with tofu, and then you can also get vegan cheese. Eric, who's not vegan, got an egg sandwich that looks really good and an acai bowl as well. Good morning, it's our first full day here, well, our only full day here, and we decided to start the day with breakfast, and now we're on our way to the Fountain of Youth Park, so see you when we get there. Our first stop today is the Fountain of Youth Archaeological Park. Tickets are about $17 a person, but there's a lot to do in this park, so we'll show you why it's a good purchase. So this is the famous Fountain of Youth. We got our plastic water cups and we're gonna drink it. So from the park, you can see behind me the Great Cross. The Great Cross is famous because it was thought to be the spot where the first Mass was held when the Spanish colonized the area of St. Augustine. At the park, you can come up to a viewpoint where you can see a beautiful view of St. Augustine, the water, the beaches. The reason why this building is significant is because in the city itself, nothing is allowed to be over 3 stories tall. So this is actually a pretty tall building for St. Augustine. So you can get a great view, and it's in the park. If you do come to the park, I highly recommend the cannon firing demonstration. Not only do they show a real cannon and kind of, well, a replica of a cannon and what it would have been like in that day and fire it, but they also give you tons of information about what kind of weapons they use and why they were so effective at the time. So one fun fact that I learned from it that I like a lot is that really the weapons he used were cheap weapons no one really wanted anymore, and they were old. But the reason they work so well is because of how he used his strategy to fight others. So we just ran out into the road real quick to take a photo on one of the most photographed streets. I'll insert it into the video, but it's right outside of the Ponce de Leon Park, and it is really pretty because it's covered with Spanish moss and like a canopy. So I would check it out because you can just take a photo real quick and park your car on the side of the street.
Go.
Our next stop is the Castillo de San Marcos Fort. While the inside might be closed right now because of coronavirus, you can still come. It's free to walk around the outside. It's a beautiful place to see. So let's check it out. This fort has flown under many different flags, but they have all changed from peaceful treaties. Sorry, there's a lot of birds here. They've all changed from peaceful treaties because this fort has actually never been defeated in a battle. One fun fact about it is because of the material it's made out of, it actually, when cannonballs are shot at it, they just kind of bounce right off of the material. They don't actually pierce it or destroy anything. So that's one of the reasons why it's still standing today. City. On this street, it's called St. George Street, there's a ton of shops and some historical things like the first or oldest schoolhouse in America that's still standing, and some fun things like that you can just go in and explore. So let's go down the street. So Eric has decided to try the famous Pizza Time pizza, which is rated the second best pizza in the United States. So we're gonna see what he thinks of their cheese pizza staple, easy to rate.
Extremely hot.
And you can actually tell me what I think bad about it. Well, I appreciate the compliment. I'm sure you can find something that I think yeah.
Looks cheesy.
It's not bad.
There are tons of places along the St. George Street that has lots of ice cream options, but we stopped at a place that actually has some vegan options for me. So I am super excited about this. I got almond chocolate and then a toasted coconut flavor. And we went to a place called MATANZAS.
Go.
Our next stop we decided to come to is the St. Augustine Museum and Lighthouse. So you can actually pay to go to the top of the lighthouse. It's about $13, but it looks like it's about to rain, and we don't really want to pay to just walk up there, especially during COVID times when people aren't mandated to wear masks in the state of Florida anymore. So we're not going to do it, but we're still going to check out the area. We're headed down to Fort Matanzas, which has a lot of really good reviews. It's something you can do for free in St. Augustine, although it is quite south of St. Augustine. I'd say like a 20 to 30 minute drive south of St. Augustine. but there's like a little boat you take for free over to the island where the fort is on. So it's pretty amazing from what I've seen from the photos. Unfortunately, it's closed right now, but there's like a little beach we just pulled into. It's about to rain, so the weather is crazy, but we thought we'd go explore while we can. Was crazy out there, but it was still a lot of fun to just go and explore. It's a really pretty beach and almost no one was there, although there were quite a few people that were kite surfing, which is really cool to see. So yeah, it was a good little stop. Even though we didn't get to see the fort like we wanted to, we still had a great time. Our time in St. Augustine has unfortunately come to an end, but we had lots of fun this weekend. I think my favorite thing that we did was go to the Fountain of Youth Park. I enjoyed that part a lot. I know Eric liked walking around the fort a bunch, but St. Augustine is an awesome city to come see, especially if you really like history. There's tons of history about it since it was the first city that was like colonized in America that has had continuous civilization there. So there's tons of historical things around. They have things like ghost tours even, but there's a lot of history. There's still shopping, a lot of sights to see, and it's a beautiful area. If you liked my video, feel free to like or subscribe, and then join me next week for another adventure.